Tonight at 9, banding together in tragedy. The D.C. community gathering tonight to honor the life of a young chef. The details from the memorial on scene. Finding work, the effort in Maryland to support fired former federal employees. A breakdown on the gigs that could provide new opportunities. And nearing peak bloom, the cherry blossoms are starting to show their stuff. We'll tell you just when the climactic climate event happens to plan your trip near the National Mall.
And rain is on the way. We'll show you the latest radar and talk about a timeline for the rain when it moves in and out on Monday coming up.
And spring cleaning savings. Heading inside a recent sale to find some ways to keep cash in your wallet. You have another chance to do it again. We're stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight in Maryland. Police say a young man was killed after he was shot inside of a house early this morning in Bowie. Police say this happened just after midnight on St. Michael's Drive near Central Avenue. Authorities say they found the victim shot several times. He died on scene. No word on what led up to the shooting or word of any suspects. And staying in Prince George's County, a man was shot and killed this afternoon. Police shared word this happened not long ago. Said it happened, though, in Capitol Heights around 1:45 on Boone's Hill Road near Benning Road. They say the man was found inside. That's where he died. Outside, rather. No word on any suspect description at this hour.
Rest in peace to Nico.
It has been a week and a half since somebody killed 33-year-old Darius Young in Southeast D.C. He was known as Chef Nico, as you just heard. Just before his death, he was reportedly delivering meals to local police. Authorities are still looking for his killer. DC News Now's Dave Laval tells us how family and friends gathered tonight to remember the 33-year-old.
This ain't easy. This is not easy.
Crystal Young fights back tears as she leads dozens of friends and family in a Sunday night candlelight vigil for her son, Darius.
I don't wish this on no mother, no father, no sister, no brother.
D.C. police said someone shot the 33-year-old Young just before 9:30 p.m. March 14th along Benning Road, not far from his home. Young died at the hospital.
The fact that my son meant so much for you all to come out means a lot to me.
Young had been known as Chef Nico. He took after his grandmother, who owned a restaurant in Anacostia, and father, a former D.C. police officer who now caters food.
Chef Nico welcomed everyone to his table, offering not just food, but warmth, joy, and a sense of belonging.
Young said her son returned home after he delivered meals to the Fraternal Order of Police in Largo. He went back out to sell the remaining meals to his neighborhood just before someone killed him.
This is the hardest thing that me and his dad will ever have to do. We love you, Nico!
D.C. police are offering a reward of up to $25,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for the death of Darius Young. In the Benning Park community in Southeast, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Dave. Your heart just breaks there. All right, time is 9:03. Switching gears over to your forecast with meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, I see some green graphics behind you. Tell us what's happening out toward the west.
Yeah, and it's not St. Patty's Day anymore, that's for sure. It's not the Green Goblin. I tell you what, we've got some rain arriving here overnight tonight. As you can see right now, the first batch of it starting to work its way through the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, also western Maryland and West Virginia, and also creeping in towards the western half of northern Virginia as well, right along the I-81 corridor as noted here. All right, with that being said, let's take our future radar, put this into motion. This goes in advance over the next couple of hours, and you can see that the motion is pretty much west to east, so places like Front Royal, Winchester, Hagerstown in the path of this rain as we go throughout time. Now, everybody gets into the act overnight. Rain chances will become likely to very likely here for 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and really even carrying into the mid-morning period here of your Monday. So your morning drive, as I show you this, I'll step out of the way. As you can see, each hour, 5, 6, 7, and 9. Plenty of clouds around, and of course I have yellow up there just to be alert and on caution for some of those wet roads that could be a little bit slippery out there for tomorrow morning's commute. Ben?
Keep an eye out for them, Scott. Thanks. Just a day after the Cherry Blossom Festival officially kicked off in D.C., we are just one step closer to peak bloom. The National Park Service says the cherry blossoms at the Tidal Basin near the National Mall right there, well, they have entered their 5th of 6th total stages. In this puffy white stage, the blossoms are starting to tease what's to come. Peak bloom, that's expected for March 28th through the 31st. New tonight, Pope Francis has returned home from the hospital. He's at the Vatican after surviving 5 weeks of what doctors called a life-threatening bout of pneumonia. Cheers from onlookers and supporters outside of the hospital in Rome today. Yesterday, the Vatican shared the 88-year-old pontiff would return to the Vatican for rehab. Doctors say Francis needs 2 months of rest and should refrain from meeting with big groups of people or too much activity. His hospital stay marks the 2nd longest in recent papal history. Turning to our federal worker coverage, those who are fired and live in Montgomery County may be able to go to the front of the job line for open jobs with the county. Our Kevon Dupree tells us why some proposed legislation could be a lifesaver for some.
Montgomery County Council Vice President Will Jawando introduced Expedited Bill 1025 on Tuesday. He's hoping qualified former federal employees are placed at the top of the list for county job openings. Montgomery County Council Vice President Will Jawando introducing legislation meant to help displace federal workers.
This bill will guarantee that these civil servants are considered earlier in the hiring process and are interviewed if they meet the qualifications of the job they are applying for.
The proposal, which comes after actions by the Trump administration left thousands of federal employees without jobs, is intended to give those workers a leg up in finding new positions. Juliet Rizzo is among more than 1,000 federal workers who live in Montgomery County and lost their jobs.
I just want to share a few hardships when I think about unemployment. For me, I think about the cost of this wheelchair that raised us up to this podium.
Kate Greenberg worked at NIH for nearly 15 years before she was fired.
This is not how you treat human beings, and it's certainly not how you treat your own workforce.
Rizzo and Greenberg say they're grateful for the opportunity this bill could present if voted into law.
I want to continue to serve. I believe in what's being done here for federal servants.
If the federal government won't retain its best and brightest, why not put that talent to work at the county level?
Jawando addressed concerns of people who may apply for county jobs but aren't former federal workers.
We want to help them find employment too, but it's a whole government response, and I think this is a targeted response for a specifically targeted in a negative way population.
And community members will have a chance to share their thoughts on Expedited Bill 1025 during a public hearing on April 1st. Reporting in Rockville, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Good luck for everybody in that shakeup right now. Meantime, Maryland state lawmakers are still weeks away from finishing their legislative session, but they are increasingly anxious about cuts to the federal workforce. State officials say as many as 11,000 Marylanders who work for the federal government could be laid off. Montgomery County State Delegate Lily Chee said at a conference in Frederick this week that the state has got to be proactive.
Federal layoffs disproportionately affect a community like Frederick and Montgomery and the National Capital Region. We need to make sure that our communities are held together in this difficult time.
Delegate Chee also says that the state could be impacted by the loss of federal grants and contracts that were awarded to Maryland-based firms. We continue to see a spike in violent attacks and vandalism at Tesla cars and dealerships as CEO Elon Musk is remaining to be a close advisor to President Trump and to cut the federal government. The U.S. Department of Justice is now investigating the vandalism as domestic terrorism. A recent act of vandalism happened in Arlington County. It may be disturbing for some viewers. Somebody keyed a swastika right here onto the hood of someone's Tesla in courthouse this week. There has been brewing frustration with the billionaire and his Doge team, which has led efforts to fire thousands of federal workers and gut federal agencies. It's fueled vandals to set Teslas on fire, be graffiti. There have also been nonviolent protests, some in the DMV. One political ethics expert says the peaceful demonstrations can be productive.
This can draw attention, create space for a conversation. Let's have that conversation. Protests should not be violent. Violent protesters should obviously face legal consequences.
President Trump continues to express support for Elon Musk and the Doge team's cuts to the federal government. In our schools in Virginia, a top leader in the State Department of Education abruptly quit after less than 2 years on the job. Lisa Coons says she is resigning, citing new opportunities. She was appointed superintendent of public instruction by Governor Youngkin in March of 2023. His office released a statement that reads in part, quote, Governor Youngkin deeply values Dr. Coons' dedication to Virginia's students, parents, and educators. Also covering growing concern for parents in Northern Virginia, the Arlington school budget proposal could mean closing a beloved preschool and a school for special needs students. Our Liberty Simmons shows us how parents are fighting to keep it open.
Well, parents are taking action against the potential closure of their preschool program Integration Station here behind me. They're circulating a petition to stop all of this, which has now reached more than 1,100 signatures.
I was shocked that APS looked to cut. They targeted toddlers with disabilities.
Parents Erin Turner and Sarah Ravi say their children depend on the services Integration Station provides for students from 2 to 4 years old with special needs.
This is an amazing school that has provided such great services for my daughter who's disabled. I feel so strongly that it needs to continue.
But the Arlington Public Schools 2026 budget includes a proposal to move their students from Integration Station closer to their home schools instead.
Not every homeschool does have adequate services for kids with special needs.
Arlington Public Schools says it is dealing with budgetary challenges and less funding. The budget says ending the program would save $670,000.
That the school board and myself are aware that we are not able to meet some of our priority needs. There are many things we identified and discussed that are not funded in this budget. And they're not funded in this budget because we do not have the proper funding coming from the state.
It released a statement saying in part it is the beginning of the budget process and the proposal includes a range of reductions and cost-saving measures. There are many opportunities for community feedback. Now, the next school board meeting is set for March 27th, and the parents say they plan to be there to protest to keep their preschool program open. For now in Arlington, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Thanks.